Okay, for my game, it's not really that well, I guess it is somewhat cultured, but a lot of people that did start with gotcha games, Kantai Collection or Kanko, Azure Lane. The game that I pick is actually called Girls Frontline. There is already a sequel for it now, but I haven't tried the sequel yet, but I played the first one. Let me just send you a file, a video file. Screen share this baby down here. Um, Basically, it's like a strategy kind of game, but not really much of a strategy, but more of like let's say, oh, maybe we can turn off the audio on that one. There you go. Um, Basically, like you have to play as like these dolls or cyborgs that are named after specific guns in history. As you can see, all their names right there, they're all names of real guns that exist in real life. It's basically making a gun turn into a waifu. Kind of similar to the same thing as Azure Lane. You have like these boats or these vehicles basically named after that, and then they turn it into waifus. And all you have to do is just like collect all these girls, and then try to level them up, try to upgrade them up until they become this very very strong gun, as I would call it. Gacha wise, the problem with this one is just like similar to every other gachas, is that like the really really powerful 5-star type of characters are hidden behind a full gun waifu gun gaifu. Damn it, damn it, Jose. But it's basically like the story wise is it's actually a little bit too complicated because the story was connected to a old other game that was like prior to Girls Frontline. And the thing is that you could actually end up finishing the game itself, but there's always events where there's like a story behind certain things, and you just play through it. Um, certain characters, you really really have to have a really good pull in order for you to get them. There is a system in there which is like if you type in this specific code or like specific numbers within the gacha pool, you could get this specific ingredient. The problem, however, is that not all the time you're gonna get a 5-star. So, in my case, which is like a big fan of German guns, because Deutschland, Deutschland, über alles. Um, even my waifu there is basically MP40, which is like an old World War II gun because I love World War II stories. And the thing is that like for me to collect all of these guns that are from Germany from World War II, even though I already got all of them, they're not as strong. So I actually have to go and grab myself like a 5-star and have to pull it out. Otherwise, even if I level them up to their most utmost fullest, if I don't have a specific 5-star, 4-star gun, it's really hard to progress. And that's basically what kind of turned me off a little bit and kind of like made me stop. But I think what kept me going was that like the story at least was a little bit kind of it kind of immersive because you are the shikikan slash commander, and this is around the time before kind of like me and Momo met. So, but around that time, later on, I actually kind of actually distance myself away because when you reach to the waifu, not first wife, waifu. Different. There's a difference. Um, but basically, the problem with this game is that like you cannot really progress that far unless you really have really really strong waifus or guns. So I kind of pulled off away from it. Like I said, I'm an ex Shikikon now because the con here is that like you really really need to spend a lot. And when I realized that I'm already spending at least like beyond $100 just to actually get a pull, that's when you know that like yeah, that's not gonna do well for me. I tried to look for every tutorials out there, but the problem is that most tutorials online for you to strategically finish this certain stages, they're like you need this specific gun waifu, you need to have this specific character, and I'm like, but in order for me to have that, I have to pull up 5-star, right? So yeah, that's the only con out of it. But all in all, the pros of this game is that like if you're into guns historically and you like even modern guns, this is a game for you because at least now you can actually put a face into these guns. Con, gotcha. That's all I could say about it.
Yeah,
Message
oh,
message
sorry,
to
sorry.
Miss
Go ahead.
Momo. Yeah, he meant what he said.
I was gonna say,
Go, Sir
shit.
Joel.
It does remind
It
me a little
feels
bit of
like
that
me and
old.
Chin are like veterans or whatever for gacha games. Jesus Christ, that's also one of the longest running
You know,
gacha
Yeah,
games.
I was also reminded, Shin,
yeah.
of the
Even around the same time as FGO. Yeah. What's
yeah. I
up?
was also reminded of the other game called Azure Lane, where it's battleships
Yes, it
as
is.
waifus. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
it's battleships, waifus. This one is guns.
This one is
There's
guns.
also
Okay.
one for horses. Also one for horses.
Yeah, that's a different one. That's a racing one. I don't know
Yeah.
if that have ever reached the American shore or the international shore yet, but
Hmm.
I know which one you're talking about because yeah,
the anime.
It's
I
horse
have.
racing and their
Anime is
idols.
real good. It's like sports anime. It's like track and field.
Oh,
Ignore
that
the
sounds
horse
Yeah,
interesting.
part.
I might get into that. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Waifu
It's actually
horses.
like a very interesting anime.
It's,
Twisting
it's
Joel, you
something
need to
that
watch
you
it
would
out.
it's something you would want to ride on.
Okay.
In
Hey,
both
he's the one who said that, not me.
Yeah. And I
yes,
was gonna say Shin might be
both
into World War II. I'm planning on getting into World War One, naman. And it started off with
Oh
Battlefield
yeah.
Battlefield One. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. Anyway, so yeah, this is
No, there's actually some World War One guns on this one as well,
oh
I
really?
believe.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's just like they're basically covering every guns out there.
Oh, okay.
But the most majority ones that they did start off with are the ones like around in the 1920s, 1940s.
Uh,
So like you would be surprised that there's a Thompson in there, and then Thompson looks like a detective.
mhm.
IDW looks like this like really annoying cat.
If there's one thing I'll say about the anime representations and things like this. Some people in the West might balk at the idea of women guns being represented as anime women and everything. You have to say they're really creative. It's quite amazing how they can represent all of these different concepts in different ways. Like I said,
Yeah,
like
and
she.
it's like the gun actually almost like you could really say that it matches the personality.
Mhm.
That's the thing that I like about it is just that like
So
yeah,
what
I
is the
can see why
Kalashnikov?
you made this into the Russian ones. I believe there's the AK-47 one was I can't remember much how she looks like, but the counterpart for the MP-40, she basically looks like a typical Russian girl that actually has like this the Russian outfit kind of thing, like little maiden
Oh,
that actually out in
then,
the frills kind
then
of thing.
don't tell me the
Um
Glocks look like gangbangers. What?
The Glock one, no, he doesn't look like a gangbanger. But basically, like they have a specific personality that you
Okay.
would even say, like, yeah, you could tell that they
Mhm.
really did thought about it of how they would look like.
Okay.
There are some guns that I'm just like, I can see why you turned this into a lowly because it's like a really mini compact gun. This one gun is a little bit kind of annoying because it asks for your praise all the fucking time. So I'm just like, it is a noisy gun, so it makes sense.
Hmm. Okay.
So, which one would be Sergio's favorite gun?
For him,
Pump
Which guy
action
food
he
does he
would-
want?
that's a good question. I mean, he's more of a.
the bazooka one. The
I
one
don't know.
the
Was there a bazooka? I don't think there was a bazooka one in there. I think he's more of like the I can't remember the name of that gun. The Israel Jewish sniper gun. I think he's more of like that character.
The Mosin Nagant?
Yeah, I think it is. I think he's more of a Musid Nagan.
Hmm.
And the speaking of like anime, they also came out with like anime as well, which is like the Girls Frontline Healing, which is like all of the comic four commas that came out during the now loading screen and also on the website itself. They turn into an anime. So you could finally hear even like what I like about it is that the voices of the guns were the same voice actors and actresses that they hired for this animation. So it pretty much
Anime,
was like
like
really amazing. Yeah.
actual anime or Game Shark Code
Well,
anime.
oh no, anime as in like four comma anime. So that's why it's easy to make.
Right.
I know that they did have like an anime sooner or later. but I haven't fully watched it yet because, like I said, I kind of
I
like
think
move. I tried to push
I'm
myself
more
away
familiar
from
with the
Girls
Game
Frontline.
Shark Code one. I'm
The
more
game.
familiar with the Game Shark Code version of it.
Oh God,
For
no,
those
no,
people
no,
who
no,
don't know the Game Shark Code, 6 digits. You know what I mean. You know,
no, 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 not that one, not that one. It's That's a different one. That's the one you see from Pornhub and whatnot. So
all right.
I said corn, okay?
Oh, you
Corn.
did? Okay.
We do love our corn. Corn Hub, guys. Support your local Corn Hub.